The nest will not be shown at this time so that we can bring you this special presentation. From the archives of Hoover Media, we bring you Roadtrip Nation. Roadtrip Nation involved a PBS series, 3 books, an online community, and a student movement. We sent students on a road who were interested in exploring the world outside their comfort zone, talking with individuals who chose to define their own road in life.
I'm calling from Hoover High School from the Academy of Information Technology.
I'm working on a project called Roadtrip Nation, which is a project based on self-exploration. Wondering if we can get an interview with you.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I understand.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, around that time. Okay. Okay, bye. Hi, we're in the NBC studios. We're really excited. We're about to meet Catherine Garcia. We're really nervous.
My name is Catherine Garcia, and I am the 4 p.m. anchor here at NBC 739. This is where I sit and do my job. I went to USC, and I majored in broadcast journalism. Did a bunch of internships. That was probably the most important thing other than college to get the experience. So I worked for free at a bunch of LA TV stations during my sophomore, my junior, and my senior year. And then once I interned at CNN in Los Angeles, and they hired me kind of part-time to do some really simple work. And that was my first kind of job in the field. So I worked for CNN in Atlanta and Los Angeles, doing behind-the-scenes stuff, you know, like running cameras and doing that kind of thing. And then I got my first job in El Paso, Texas, at the NBC station there. And so I had to move way far away from home in California and go to Texas. And I worked there for about 7 years at a bunch of different stations before coming back here to San Diego. The thing I like about my job is that I don't really ever know what I'm going to do that day. I could be sent out to some horrible accident, or I could do some great story about somebody who did something really terrific. I like that because that means it's never boring. But it also means that sometimes you have a week where you're like, wow, that was so fun. I got to meet some really neat people, and you really have a great time. And then there'll be another week where you work really long hours and you're having to interview people whose child died, or you know, go to a court case about a terrible murder. My dad is really big on setting goals, and so he always taught us, you know, my sister and I, well, whatever you want to do, it doesn't matter what you want to do, just figure it out, and then, you know, make kind of a list of the things that'll make it happen. So I kind of did research and figured out how people got a job doing what I do now, and it was pretty much what we ended up doing, you know, interning, working at really small stations to get experience. So it was just like kind of marking off check marks every time until you kind of get to where you want to be. Well, you know, when you're living far away from home in Texas and your family's all, you know, I don't know how many thousands of miles away that is, I forget, but they're very far away, and you get kind of homesick. And my boyfriend at the time lived way out here in California. There was a lot of times where I thought, well, gosh, is this really, you know, worth doing all this work and not getting paid any money and all that? But you just kind of, you have good days and bad days, and hopefully the good days, there are more of them than the bad, and then you keep going, you know?
Okay, so we just finished interviewing Catherine Garcia, and we took a lot of good things from her. I'm really happy that we did this. Yeah, she had a lot of good information. She had really good advice to give us. I'm still a little bit nervous interviewing her, and she's going to go on the air in a few minutes. Yeah.
I was nervous, even though I didn't talk about it.
We were sitting in the chairs.
In the official chairs.
The official up there. We were at the studio. We were the news anchors for the night.
So we're out. Catherine Garcia's cold. We're outside the studio. Catherine Garcia was so nice. She's such a cool person. You know, I wish I can be like her. The studio is really cool, all these lightings. Can't believe we're sitting on the official chairs. So it's really exciting. Reporting out, Roadtrip Nation.
If you live in San Diego, you know Sam the cooking guy. A couple of Hoover students decided to get the 411 on how Sam got to be a local TV celebrity. This is a Roadtrip Nation project, San Diego style.
I was 40 when I figured it out. 40. I had no clue the rest of the time. And I did like 5 different things trying to just keep myself from, you know, going crazy and figuring out how to make some money. But it took me to get to that age before I finally went, holy shit, this is like, maybe this could work. I got a job at an advertising agency. I liked it a lot, actually. What's interesting, though, is that because I had just gotten out of school and I didn't have any experience working in the ad business, nobody would give me a job. So I decided I wanted to be in movies. I wanted to be in production. It was like the least glamorous thing I've ever done in my life. If there were dogs in the scene and a dog puked, I cleaned it up. Real estate. Just because. It seemed like a thing to do.
Yeah.
I'm not really happy with it, and I'm not actually even trying, so I'm doing nothing. And one day a woman said, look, you're not even being fair to yourself. She goes, I go, but I hate it. She goes, you hate it because you're not doing anything, and you're not doing anything because you're not trying.
Yeah.
So she said, just for 1 month, do everything you know you're supposed to do in this business. Make an effort. And I go, okay, well, 2 weeks later I sold my first house. I wasn't in love with the business, but I was making okay money, actually. But I still had to figure out what I was going to do when I grew up, because I didn't really know. So local news stations would bring like a restaurant chef in, and they would say, here, you got like 15 minutes Wednesday on our new news. Do whatever you want. And so the chef he's got one goal. He's trying to bring people to his restaurant, and he's going to do that by making something that looks really good. And something that looks really good, but probably something that people can't make at home. And I thought, I mean, the stuff looks good, but I could never make any of the shit that they made.
Yeah.
So what if there was a show, short little bits, 2-3 minutes at a time, where the guy actually made stuff that people at home could make?
Yeah.
Maybe this could work. I'm not trying to get people into a restaurant, I'm just trying to get people to go, hey, I could actually make that stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. I called the crew back, they came here. We shot a demo. I sent it out, hoping people would like it. And funny thing is, nobody did.
Yeah.
One guy from his cell phone in his car in Chicago said to me, you don't have a fucking chance. It pissed me off so much that I said, you know what, now I'm going to send it to a couple more stations. I sent it to 2 stations here, and Channel 6 liked me enough to put me on the air. They actually they kicked off the air the chef that they had, got rid of him, and they put me on the air. And they would come here and they would shoot and they would edit it. And a year after I started on the air, they're doing 2 minutes twice a week. I won 2 Emmys. And now I have 11. I have 11 Emmys. Figure it out. Legal and happy. That's all you got. That's all you got to do.
Hi, my name is Leon.
My name is Melissa.
And my name is Adriana.
And this is our
Roadtrip Nation experience.
Explore what you want to do in the future.
Experience the career that I want to go into for the future.
And figure out if I want to stay in that career.
For our Roadtrip Nation project, we have to do a lot of research and send out a lot of emails.
Feel free to leave a message. I'm not here at this moment. Please leave a brief message.
Can I talk to Amy Simpson?
Amy's no longer here. Leave a short message after the tone, and I'll return your call as soon as possible.
They didn't all work out.
Hello?
Good morning, my name is Adriana. May I speak to Anjali Freeman, please? Hi, I'm a student from Hoover High School and I'm doing a project with some teammates. We are going out and trying to find careers that we're interested in. We're wondering if we can get an interview with you.
That sounds great. The people online at 8:30 sounds great.
Yes, that sounds great. Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Oh, yeah. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Hi, my name is Anjali Freeman. I'm a hairstylist at Revive Salon and Spa. I honestly can't remember anything else I wanted to do. Looking back, I've always wanted to be a hairstylist. I went to cosmetology school right after high school. I actually assisted for a guy that was doing my hair since I was 14. I went to Vidal Sassoon in Santa Monica for a week to take their advanced education class. I've taken a lot of just advanced courses. I've been to New York. I've traveled a lot for higher education to get me here today. I was in cosmetology school. I worked at a casino. I worked in bingo, and I did that for almost 5 years. I worked at Subway. They didn't work out. I really wanted to be a hairstylist. I love what I do here. I love working behind the chair. If I could do anything different, I would still work behind the chair, but I would like to travel more. I wouldn't trade it for anything. It's so fun. It's a fun job. Get to make your own hours. Everything's all on your own terms. I love my clients and the relationships I've built with them, so I wouldn't trade it for anything. The best thing about my career is just the social aspect of it. I'm a very social person. I love how it's just a job that you could just have fun doing. I definitely truly believe that success is a journey. It's not something that's just given to you. In every career you decide, you have to crawl before you walk. You definitely have to pay your dues. When you do a job that you love and you feel that you have made it within yourself, then that's success for you. I definitely think that I have made it. Do what you love. Do what your heart desires. You'll truly be happy. I mean, there's so many people out there that you'll hear over and over again, they hate their job, but if you do what you love and what you really wanted to do, you'll love going to work. It won't be like you're going to work. You're just going to have fun, and you're making money while you're doing it. So whatever you decide, do what you want to do, what you really love to do. Thank you. It's nice meeting you guys. Thanks for coming. Good luck with your project. Thank you.
The show goes on all night till the morning. We dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when you come up. The show goes on all right. Already the show goes on all night till the morning.
Dude, the other team just got owned.
Oh my god, they suck.
Noobs.
I wish I could make a game like this.
Me too.
Me three.
We should go find someone in the gaming industry.
Alright, let's do it.
We're in Sony Online Entertainment. Dude, the whole wall is a whiteboard.
I'm John Smedley. I'm the president of Sony Online Entertainment. Been in the video gaming business since I was about 19 years old. I was the kid in the computer lab at lunch, playing Dungeons and Dragons and hanging out in the computer lab. I love games. Games are my passion. You know, this weekend I spent playing Portal 2. I spent the entire weekend just having fun with that. Part of my job is to play games and see where we need to improve our own. I went to college for 2 years, San Diego State, and decided that I wanted to try programming games, and so I did that at night. And then it became so lucrative I dropped out of school. I would still be a programmer today if I could. It's where my heart is. I love it. I love the engineering side of it, but I didn't have the advanced knowledge of math that I needed, so I got into management. And management is not nearly as fun as actually making the games. Well, I run the company, so that means a lot of management, it means a lot of meetings, it means a lot of time spent on budgets and doing the kind of the boring part of the job. I still spend probably a quarter of my day though looking at games, reviewing the work that people have done and giving comments on it. I spend a lot of my time doing that. It's a lot of fun. It's the most fun part of my job. I was a director at another division of Sony Computer Entertainment America called 989 Studios. They made PlayStation games. We made a lot of sports games. At that job, I was able to make PC games too on the side. And we made a game called EverQuest there. They were going to let us all go and said, we don't want you making PC games. Why don't you guys just go start a company on your own? We were able to do that. Then my company, a year and a half later, after our game EverQuest was very successful, got bought back into Sony. Make sure that you're good at your math, because nowadays, no joke, it's a real thing. You got to be a math head if you're going to really be a good programmer these days, because systems are too complex. Really apply yourself. Most schools, most high schools now don't have enough to teach you. They can teach you the basics, but you got to get real advanced stuff. So take some summer school classes. Go to, colleges, Mesa or Palomar or something like that, some JCs, and take some other programming classes and really learn. And spend the time and have the passion for it. If you don't have that, you're never gonna, you're not gonna make much of yourself if you don't have the desire to learn it. And for me, it was a love of making games and love of picking them apart and hacking into what they did and seeing what it was that made them tick. And that's still here with me today.